Hey Phantomaniacs, welcome to the newest unboxing here on the Needless Things YouTube channel. Today I am again looking at a Marvel Legends release, and the main reason I am is because I've been wanting a great Dum Dum Dugan and a great Nick Fury for a very, very long time, and this set just looks so sharp and clean, and I just love a good matched set of figures. So I wanted to open this one up and take a look at it. So let's get it done. You can see this is Captain America, which I would love it more if it said Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. or S.H.I.E.L.D. or whatever, but whatever. Dum Dum Dugan, Nick Fury Jr. with alternate original Nick Fury head, and Sharon Carter. Got some great artwork on the side that sort of doesn't match in a weird way. Sharon Carter is looking awfully... oh, what's her name? Who's the actor that plays Maxine in the movies? Just with her lack of eyebrows. And then Nick Fury Jr. So cool art. On the back of the box, we've just got the characters, no bios or anything, which, you know, that's fine, whatever. Let's get this thing opened up and take a look at these figures. So I have always been a fan of Nick Fury as a concept. I cannot claim to have read a ton of old Nick Fury comics or anything like that. I've just always thought Nick Fury is cool. And then when we met the Samuel L. Jackson looking Nick Fury Jr. in the Ultimate Universe, which I got way into, then I was a huge fan of that version of the character. So, which I realized that wasn't Nick Fury Jr., that was just the Ultimate Universe Nick Fury that was made to look like Samuel L. Jackson. Whatever, I'm not getting into that whole story. Everybody knows it, or doesn't, or it doesn't matter. But anyway, original Nick Fury is just a cool character. And I had an old, I think it was a Toy Biz one, that was never a very good figure at all. Man, look at all those hands. Holy cow. But this is what I want from a Nick Fury. I love these matching, all the matching weapons. I'm such a fan of matching units. Or, wow, that head just pops right off there. Like, I love tag teams that match. I love troopers that match. I love that kind of stuff. For whatever reason, it's just, I think it's really fun when you have, like, uniforms going on. I guess maybe it goes back to me being a fan of G.I. Joe from the start. And those original green figures. But, I don't know. I just like sort of organization like that. What I don't like is when you have these... How... Alright, let's get these little tiny pieces out first. You got a bunch of little blast and smoke effects in here that are recolors of things we've seen before, which is fine. I throw that stuff in as many of these sets as you want to, because they're important for the toy photographers, and the toy photographers are important for sales of the brand. You know, that whole toy photography thing is just free marketing for the toy lines that we love. So, whatever Hasbro and the other companies want to do to cater to the toy photography crowd, go for it. Because I want to be able to keep buying toys for many years to come. I love these, like, bright yellow blast effects. That's a newer color, and I'm digging it. So we've got our alternate heads. And then, so, this, I don't like this, because if these are rigid enough to be satisfying as weapons, then how am I supposed to get them out of here? So that's really, I guess, the best way to do that, is you just bend the barrel a little bit. And these are So they're flexible, but they are retaining their shape. And if you... I would imagine this review might get some people that have not watched my stuff before. I don't really care how flexible accessories are as long as they retain their shape. So these came out of the package nice and straight, not warped at all. They look great. Little blast effects are going to pop right into the port at the front of the barrel. So these meet my criteria for good accessories, and the paint on them looks fantastic. Really, really great looking blasters, which is another thing. We don't use the G word here because apparently YouTube doesn't like that. So we'll go ahead and do a little zoom. It's zoom in time. Fantastic looking blasters. Very happy with those. All right, let's set our... Well, I'm going to do this in reverse order. I guess we're going to look at the accessories first. So there is our alternate Nick Fury head that looks as Nick Fury as anything I've ever seen. I love the stubble is sculpted and painted on. Eye patch looks great. They didn't do anything fancy with it. It's just the string going around his head. And you can even see where the string attaches to the eye patch. Just incredible detail. When you think about how things looked, okay, so here's one look, tiny, nitpicky, whatever, but since the hair is a separate piece, right here this doesn't quite line up. Whatever, shut up, Dave. It's fine. But, you know, I notice it. But to the naked eye on the shelf, I'm never going to think about that again. Got a nice serious expression. This is incredible. I cannot believe how good action figures look right now. It really is breathtaking to compare this to something that came out like 20 years ago. So fantastic Nick Fury head, and then our alternate Sharon Carter head with the hair pulled back in the bun. She's looking a little more severe here. Looks good. Makeup looks good. Excellent portrait. And then we've got an assortment of hands for everybody. Now, of course, the female only comes with the spell casting hand and the whatever this is hand. I was very confused by this. I bought that like what is this? I bought the 2-pack of... Oh, you know what? I should actually get that to compare the blues. Hang on. So I bought the 2-pack of the Hydra and S.H.I.E.L.D. agent because it was in the... Look at that. They matched the blues perfectly. Very happy with that. Well, and the white. Looks great. Okay, cool. So that's, I mean, an ongoing struggle in toy collecting is when they're doing teams or whatever, and they release them sometimes years apart, those colors just don't match. So it's nice when you get, as somebody who is very picky about teams and squads, it's nice when those colors do match and they don't end up like the Sinestro Corps from Mattel. So you got trigger hands, 2 gesturing hands. And then we've got a couple of hand blasters that are very cool. Now these are more rigid than the other ones I looked at, and these are kind of metallic-ish looking. Got the port for the blast. Oh, just a little tiny. Oh, they both have the port for the blast effects. Very nice. So a couple of cool little... Oh, they're the same thing. Wait a minute. Oh, now why not make the suppressor just removable? Because they're the same thing. It's just one has the suppressor. Is that really not? No, that does not come out. If this was G.I. Joe Classified, that suppressor would be removable. But anyway, very cool. Like it. And then you've got a selection of hands for the male figures. Ah, come on. So that's interesting. Oh, I thought those were just going to pop right out of there. You've got kind of a clutching / gesturing hand. Pistol grip, of course, or trigger finger, whatever. And then a booyah type of thing going on there. That's interesting. There's 2 knives that are a little warped, not too bad, but look great. Very, very nice sculpt. Unique. But don't... Really? There's nowhere to store them on the figures. That's bizarre. Couldn't have put a boot... Oh well. Alright. So knives with nowhere to go. Let's see. Alright, let's keep going here. Got all the tape in the world in this box. Not a fan of the tape directly on my accessories, although I will say Hasbro seems to have found the least offensive adhesive they can, in that it doesn't leave any kind of residue or anything on the accessories, so that's a good thing. I like what they've done with Fury here. So, is that everything? Alright, that's everything. So we have matching pairs of hand blasters that look really, really cool. Oh, let's zoom back in here. Oh, so we've got one with the extended magazine and then one without. So conceptually, you know, that's neat and all, but I've got to say this just looks better. And if you're talking about basically a laser pistol, I mean, come on. Which, in my mind, that's what this is. It does have the port on the front for the blast effect. Looks great. And then I also like that Fury has a sort of more classic-looking pistol. Excuse me, blaster. They're going to get me. So that's a nice touch, too. And I just noticed something I don't like. Alright, let's scoot all that stuff out of the way. What is this? Are you kidding me? Man, I really like how snug... Oh, wait, is this part of the sculpt? No, it's just glued on. So the straps are a separate piece, but they are attached to the body, so they don't slide around and get goofy. Because there's so much stuff in Classified that's like this that just slides all over the place, and it drives me nuts. So I'm glad they fixed that. We've got a thigh holster. We've got a nice utility belt that isn't glued in place, but does sit pretty securely. Looks good. I like the nice thick body on Dugan, because you can see it is different. That's one huge thing about modern Marvel figures, is you actually do get different body types when appropriate. Not as many as I'd like, but you know, the fact that we get them at all now, and it's not just Dum Dum Dugan's head on a standard male buck, like, that is a good thing. And he's got thickness too. He looks good. Portrait is great. Bowler hat is not removable, which is fine with me, but this is just goofy. This non-removable blaster on his chest is... Like, it looks better like this for sure, but it just seems weird, right? And maybe that's just me as a classified collector, where all of that stuff tends to be removable and interactive. Maybe for a comic book character, it is better to just have this as a visual thing. Because if this were removable, this whole thing would be clunkier and larger, and it wouldn't look as good. So I don't know. Maybe they found a good middle ground. I love the painted silver on all of the buttons and buckles and everything on his gear. That's a really nice touch that, you know, they could have skimped on, and they didn't. So you've actually got silver paint on all of these little details here. You know, as much as I talk about, oh, look at the little communicator on his gauntlet, and then on the other side, you've got just some sort of strappy detail. You know, I talk about how I don't review a ton of Marvel Legends because they kind of are what they are, and there's not a lot to get excited about other than, oh yeah, this looks like it should look. But I will say this, quality-wise, in general, at this point in the line, I don't worry about joint sticking. I don't worry about whether or not the hands are going to swap out easily. Like, quality and consistency-wise, Hasbro has pretty much nailed it with Marvel Legends. So while, to me, this is just my personal opinion, to me, it is not the most exciting look. Even the ring on his zipper right there, his zipper pull is painted. To me, it's not the most exciting line in the world, although I do love collecting what I like. The quality and consistency is there. Or at least on everything I've been buying lately. Got the old school style boots, which I like. So Dum Dum looks great. We're going to, of course, give him... Let's do this. We'll put that one in the holster, and then give him the rifle. Oh, let's see. Let's just leave that on. Let's just leave that on. Doing a Yo-Jo thing, maybe. I don't know. So, alright, he is geared up. Maybe I don't like that. I don't know, I'll do something else with that left hand, but... So there's Dugan. Who I always want to say Duggan, because I'm thinking Hacksaw. And then Fury has, you know, a leaner body and a different belt piece. His is a little more involved, like a little more command looking, right? Get that thigh holster. Scoot that back down a little bit. So, as great as this portrait is, and as much as I do like the Ultimate Universe Nick Fury or Nick Fury Jr. or whatever it is he's supposed to be, I bought this because I needed a classic Nick Fury on the shelf. Because I've got the Sam Jackson. I've got a couple of Sam Jackson Nick Furies. This is the reason I bought this set. And he is going to have... I'll go ahead and give him the other one of these in that thigh holster. But we're giving him that old traditional hand blaster. Oh, and the trigger finger hands are the up and down rather than the side to side. You know what? I might even, just for fun, give him a knife. So let's... Oh, wait a minute. Oh, interesting. So this is, again, this is just something I'm used to. So, you know what? I take it back. I'm going to give him this weird gesturing hand. For now. I don't know. I don't know where I'm going to end up with this. They don't have a traditional C-grip just to hold the knives. It's the old method of, well, the trigger finger hand is good enough. Which, you know, to be honest, doesn't really bother me that much. It's just, again, with having, you know, wrestling figures and stuff, like all these detachable hands now, it feels weird to not have just a regular C-grip. So yeah, there's Fury. And then finally Sharon Carter, who, I'll be honest, I don't know a ton about. But the way that they did her shoulders works well enough. It's just paint, no sculpt, but, you know, it gives it a different look. She gets another, you know what, let's do this. Can this one go in here? So she'll get the little hand blaster, and then I'll give her, presuming she is not a lefty, let me know in the comments if she is. And then we'll give her the one with the suppressor. So she's got sort of the standard female buck. I like the way, oh, she does have a new, oh, this is interesting. So I don't know when this was introduced, but this is a newer female buck. You can see the zipper runs all the way down and up the back. The zipper pull is painted, and let's see, I was trying to figure out if it looks like the upper portion of the zipper is painted, but then it's not painted downward, which is okay. And then she's got sort of a, there's not really much of a transition there from ankle to shoe. They tried with the little paint detail on the outside, but it still is a little weird and jarring. But a good striking figure. I like it. This is, I don't know which of these portraits I'm going to use. The one with the bun looks so angry. But this one, I almost kind of want to put on CoverGirl from Classified. I don't know. I haven't quite decided what I'm going to do there yet. Painted snap on the holster there, and again, all the painted detail on the belt is a really nice touch. So there you go. Like I said, Marvel Legends for me are just, oh neat, that looks like the person I want it to look like. But look, they're consistent. The quality of what I have been buying lately anyway has been very good. I still think $25 is overpriced for all of these figures, but that's where we are now. So what are you going to do? If you're a fan of either of the Nick Furies and just want to expand your S.H.I.E.L.D. ranks, this is a great set and I recommend it. Thanks for watching. Please, oh, and it's worth noting again that the blue does match the blue of the female S.H.I.E.L.D. Trooper. So that's cool as well. So thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, share, tell your friends about Needless Things. And until next time, buy what you like.
Smash that like button if you like Needless Things.